What is up, guys? Welcome back to another video. Continue with the 15-minute series. Today we got a very popular request by many of you, and that is going to be a handstand follow-along routine. I recommend that you do this routine every single day, ideally, or as frequently as you can, because as I mentioned on previous handstand videos, you want to expose yourself to the position as often and as frequently as you can. I'd rather that you do 15 minutes every single day, that you do 2 hours one day, and then you're not able to train for the remaining of the week. This routine is for absolutely all levels. If you're still working towards the wall and trying to understand the position there, or if you are more intermediate and you're trying to get some seconds off the wall, or if you're an advanced practitioner and just want to build some capacity and endurance in your handstand, this routine will got you covered. If you're a beginner, I'm just going to recommend that you check the easier variation up here and also follow all the modifications and variations that I'm going to be giving you through the entire routine so you can choose the right variation for you. Also, if you want to dig deeper into this complex skill that is the handstand, I'm going to suggest that you watch our tutorials on YouTube. I'm going to link them up all down in the description. As well, if you want to practice for a longer period of time, I'm going to recommend our beginner, intermediate, and advanced routine. All the videos are going to be linked down in the description. For this routine, you will need absolutely no warm-up. You are going to be including a warm-up within the routine, and the only thing you're going to be needing is simply a wall to do some of the drill with the wall. With that being said, I'm going to announce the winner from last video giveaway before we get into the video, and those are going to be Magdalena Capucho, Pio3K, I think, and NGR10. You guys just won 3 months for free as a premium membership to the SM Academy, full access to entire library of courses, workout programs, individual moves so you can create your own workouts, our HIIT section, our mindfulness section, our calisthenics skills section, our mobility and flexibility protocol section, our hybrid home workout experience so you can work out at home, and basically everything that is the SM Academy. Remember that we post every Thursday at 12 p.m. EST, and if you comment within the first 60 minutes of the video, you get a chance to win the giveaway. With that being said, I'll see you in the workout. Alright, family, we're going to begin down in a table tuck position, warming up a bit into the wrist, elbows, and shoulders with a little flow, short flow. Place your hands at about shoulder width apart, index finger facing forward or middle finger, whichever feels more comfortable. Protract your scapula and deep press so we also engage our shoulder blades and begin rocking forward and back. Applying a small pressure into the wrist, not too much. Transfer into the palms, knuckles, fingers, hold it for like 1-2 seconds, and then push yourself back. As you send the weight back, use your fingers to push yourself back. That's gonna teach you and build some strength in your fingers to prevent yourself from overbalancing once you're in a handstand. Go back to neutral and begin switching the weight to the right. Fingers of the left facing to the left, then right to the right, then left back, right back. Let's do another circle forward, left, right, left finger facing forward, right finger facing forward. Let's do some internal rotation now. On the left, on the right, little rocks back, or about 5 times. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's reverse the motion. We go right, left, right, left, right, left. Now leaning back a little bit to stretch into the wrist flexors as organically as you can. Again, you might simply lift your palms, or you can lift your palms, whichever feels good in your body today. Now bring both fingers facing each other, palms facing up. Get your knees slightly closer to your hands. Now involve a little bit on the elbow. Bend through the elbows, extend and rotate the elbows so the eye of the biceps facing forward. Let's go for 9 of those. Down, up, down, up. As always, moving with your breath. And you don't have to count the reps. I'm not even counting, so simply move at your own pace, at your own rhythm. Give it a shake to your hands. Find yourself into a little squat position. Find the little separation between your forearm and your wrist with your index finger and your thumb, and begin doing little circles to one side and little circles to the other side. Switch hands, right finger or right wrist to the right, and then to the left. Little warm-up drill to involve now the whole body. Begin in a plank position and begin to walk your hands towards your feet. You can spread your fingers, your feet at about hip distance apart. Walk as far as you can go. Now once you're here, fully elevate the shoulders, extend and rotate to create a space into the shoulder blades. Hold it for like 1-2 seconds and then move back to plank, keeping your arms straight the entire time. Once you find yourself in plank, drop the hips, posterior pelvic tilt for like 1-2 seconds and repeat the motion. Only 3 of this. Get into pike, fully elevate, then walk forward, protract and depress, hips down, walk back, hold the pike now, hold it for 5, 4, elevate a little more, 3, 2, 1, and release. Give another shake to your hands. The first exercise I want to be doing is going to be a chest to wall handstand hold. Now, if you're not comfortable yet with the chest to wall handstand hold, I'm going to recommend 3 progressions in order, and I want you to stop on either or of those 3 progressions. The first one is going to be a crow chest to wall handstand. You're going to start with your hands at about a hand distance apart, and you're going to walk up towards the wall, and you're going to separate your feet slightly bit wider, finding your legs in a bent position to create a wide surface, so it's an easier version than the chest to wall handstand. Here you want to stack your hips on top of the shoulders and hold that for time. If that's too easy, you can begin extending one leg at a time, and if that's still too easy, you can simply bring both legs up towards the wall, finding yourself in a pike handstand position. Now, if that's easy, the last progression will be simply tucking your tailbone in and pushing your hips towards the wall, so you find yourself in a 45-degree handstand hold. Those are all the variations and progressions for the chest to wall handstand if you don't have a chest to wall handstand hold, so feel free to stop on either or of those positions or simply follow me through the chest to wall handstand. We begin in 3, 2, 1, hands shoulder width apart, walk yourself up towards the wall. Whichever progression you find yourself more comfortable in. Remember, it's not about quality, not about choosing a progression that is too intense for you. From here, push the ground away in whichever progression you are, extend and rotate in whichever progression you are, hollow up your body as much as possible. And if you're in a chest to wall handstand, push the quads towards the wall, so the upper chest, your quads are touching the wall, and do your best to look in between your hands. We're gonna hold this for 5, 4, 3, posterior pelvis, so your glutes and quads are engaged, 3, 2, and 1. Come down as gracefully as better as you can. That's it, simply for a warm-up drill, just to get accustomed to the wall. The next one we're going to be doing is simply putting our hands slightly bit further away from the wall. We're going to be trying to balance in a handstand. Now, if you don't have the chest to wall handstand yet, I would recommend that for the following sets that we're going to be doing it, you stay on the progressions that you were doing it. So you accumulate time under tension on that position and you build that capacity on the shoulder elevation. The same goes if you try to get off the wall and you simply fall. I highly recommend that you stay on the chest to wall handstand and you build that capacity, the chest to wall handstand. And as you do this routine every single day, ideally, you're gonna build the strength and the awareness to eventually begin trying to get up the wall. I'm gonna be going for 2 sets of those with an active rest when I get into that later. So should choose your progression accordingly. I'm not gonna be timing any hold here. Simply try to balance the best of your abilities as much as you can and try to accumulate time on your hands. That is the most important part, whether you are in the wall stage now or whether you are in the balancing stage now. Place your hands above shoulder width apart, walk yourself up towards the wall. Get your hands as close, well, a little bit farther away this time into the wall. Feet together, point your toes, push the ground away, extend and rotate. Bring the quads to touch the wall as well as your chest. And from here, separate the chest slightly bit and bring one foot up. You can either stay here
You can alternate with one foot and the other one, or you can try to balance in an L position or with legs together. If you go back to the wall, simply keep alternating those feet. If you overbalance, try to use your fingers to prevent from falling, and if you fall, that's totally fine. If you go back, you repeat, hold it for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Calm down. Let's find ourselves in a seated forward fold to rest while we're stretching our hamstrings. About only 1 minute here. Lift your chest up and high until your pelvis. Send the chest towards your feet and relax and fall. Catch your breathing and return back to your body and to your mind. Out of your mind and back into your body. So if the progression that you did now was way too intense, if you're falling right away, try to bring your hands slightly farther away from the wall and try to only keep the feet on the wall and work on getting the feet as light as possible, basically transferring as much weight into your hands as you possibly can. Maybe begin with the leg switches and eventually trying to balance in an L shape, and eventually trying to balance in a full shape. It's all about accumulated time on that position, but it's not about getting a second of balance and then just falling out. Let's go for the second round. Again, you can repeat the progression that you did, or you can up the progression or regress. There is nothing wrong in regressing. Get up towards the wall, walk yourself close, or maybe this time slightly farther away. It'll be a little bit easier. Push the ground away, extend, rotate, look in between your hands to find your balance. Grab the floor with your fingers. Bring one foot up, engage your glutes and your legs. Now it's not about pushing with this leg, it's about simply shifting the weight forward, finding that takeoff with your feet. You can work on alternating, maybe without touching or touching the wall, or you can simply hold the position. Let's hold it for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and calm down. The second active rest I'm going to be doing is going to be a wall shoulder opener. Just going to be simply against the wall, hands shoulder width apart. You're going to simply open the shoulders, maybe send the hips or the knees back, send the chest through without collapsing into the joint, keeping small activation, really open into the pec, into the lats, and breathing as much as you can. A note on active rest is that if you have very open shoulders like myself, you might spend more time in a seated forward fold like we just did, opening up the hamstrings, which is going to facilitate the kick up and the handstand press and many handstand shapes. So you can either choose to open your shoulders or choose to open your hamstrings. 20 more seconds here. And slowly release. To finish the session, we're going to be doing a combination of 2 exercises now to build some endurance in a handstand position as well as in our core, the anterior part of our core. We're going to be doing a superset of handstand shrugs against the wall. If that's too hard, you're going to be doing that in a pike position or in an elevated pike position. And then without resting, we're gonna move on into the floor for a hollow body hold. If that's too hard, you're gonna be doing a tuck hollow body hold. There won't be any rest in between these 2 positions, and we're gonna be doing 2 sets. So from here to here, from here to here, from here to here, and that'll be the end of the routine. So whenever you're ready, choose your progression accordingly. We begin in 3, 2, 1, hands shoulder width apart, walk up towards the wall or find yourself in a pike position. Get your chest to touch the wall, look in between your hands, push the quads into the wall, deep press, keeping your arms straight, then elevate as much as possible. That's for 1. Let's go for 7 more of those. 2, down, up, 3, down, up, 4, down, up, 5, down, up, 6, 2 more, stay with me. 7, down, 8, hold it for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, slowly calm down, find yourself in the floor, in the mat, in the ground, whichever you're doing this, either full hollow body or tuck hollow body. Bring your hands overhead or next to your ears, next to your hips. 3, 2, 1, upper thoracic extension, flexion, and then lift your legs and hold it for about 20 seconds here. Make sure you don't have a gap right here below your lumbar spine. And if that's the case, do not be afraid to simply modify. And if I modify, I get more activation. See that lifting of the hips, you get more activation in the position. 3, 2, 1, release. Back to the wall or back to a pike position. In 3, 2, 1, walk yourself up. I know it's intense, so if you need to rest at any point, feel free to pause the video and go back to the routine. Chest to touch, quads to touch, posterior pelvic tilt, looking between your hands, elevate, extend and rotate, deep press, push the ground away. That's for 1. Let's go for 7 more. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, last one, 8, hold it for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, slowly come down, find yourself in the ground for whole body hold. I'm gonna demonstrate the easier variation now, only for 20 seconds, either tuck right here, or even tuck right here. Begin with the upper spine, then begin to lift the lower core and hold it for about 20 seconds here. Keep lifting the chest without crunching your neck, but allowing your neck to be as relaxed as possible. Keep lifting the lower core as much as possible. 10 seconds left. 3, stay with me, 2, stay, 1, and release down. Bring both legs in front of you, maybe slightly bit wider this time for a wide-legged forward fold, not so wide, but a little bit wide. Inhale, lift your chest, and exhale, fall in between your legs. And allow your mind to relax, allow your body to relax as well. Take a moment to observe the effects of the practice. Let's remember that handstand especially can be a bit frustrating, and not session is the same as the other session. That's why I recommend to train your handstands ideally every single day, and you will not see progress from one day to the other, and not in a linear fashion at least. So if you repeat this routine and then you did worse one day than the other, understand that it's totally fine. Sometimes we hold the handstand for 30 seconds, other times maybe the next second we hold the handstand for only 10 seconds, because we're playing now with balance, and balance is affected by absolutely everything, and it changes second by second. So do not be too hard on yourself. Understand that handstand is all about spending time in the position, both against the wall, both off the wall, to create balance. And if you're just starting out, 15 minutes a day should be more than enough. If you're more advanced, you can use this as simply as a warm-up, and then begin doing more balancing attempts. Slowly come up or stay down. And that's it for this video, guys. I really hope you enjoy this video. Let us know down below what other skills would you like to see for this 50-minute series, or what else would you like to see for the 50-minute series. Would you like to see skills? Would you like to see mobility? Also, this routine, if you find it too intense, I'm gonna recommend that you find our daily handstand routine for beginners. I'm gonna link it up here and down in the description. Also, if you're having trouble with the kick up, I'm gonna recommend our kick up tutorial. It's also on YouTube, down in the description. And if you're looking for a complete program and a complete plan to take you from absolute beginner all the way to press to handstand, advanced handstand shapes, we got programs for beginner as well as for intermediate and advanced in the SM Academy. All the information is down in the description. I really hope to see you there, and if not, we'll simply keep growing here together on YouTube. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to like, share, subscribe, comment down below what else would you like to see on this channel, and I'll see you all next week. Much love.
recommend that you check all our tutorials. I'm gonna be linking. That's a blooper. That was intense. That was intense. That was intense. Shoulders are cooked. We love you. Subscribe.